In five, like Freddie from Minecraft. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Gilbert. I'm your co-host for Los Brownies.
Oh, I'm Joanna.
Co-host from Los Brownies.
And I'm Jessica, the other co-host for Los Brownies.
The one that had to be here.
I'm here because my mom said that he can't do this unless I'm here. So
that's right.
That's why.
And so today is it's one of our favorite days. Favorite days because it's January 6th.
Of course.
And I have to remind everybody of a special day.
The new Lord's Day.
That's right. No, but it is it's one of the more special recordings that we've had because we officially have our very first collab.
That's right.
With very great people here. We have our friends here. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Please introduce yourselves.
Yeah. Well, hello, everybody. We're so happy to be here. We are your friends over at HandMeDown Podcast. So I'm the co-host of HandMeDown Podcast. My name is Natalia, and I'm so excited to be here. I am a really big fan of Los Brownies, honestly.
Thank you.
Me and Alan have been talking.
You shouldn't be. I'm sure you have more intellectual things to
You have so much potential.
So funny. Me and Alan were talking. We're just like, we can't wait for the next episode.
Oh, thank you guys.
We're super excited to be here. But yes, I am Natalia.
And I am Alan. I'm the other co-host for HandMeDown Podcast. As Natalia was saying, big fans. I think Natalia found you guys first. And then I think this is my first impression of you guys, which was when you guys did the Halloween episode and you guys were dressed up as Shrek.
That was it. You know, a lot of people know us because of the Shrek costumes.
Yeah.
So it's
a proud moment.
It's a proud moment for us. Thank you.
No, but it's good. And I would listen to you guys' podcast whenever I would go to Coachella to go visit my girlfriend. So now, recently, I haven't had anything to listen to. And I'm like, I need more. I need more.
We're bringing it to you. And now next time when you listen, because you're driving to Coachella, you will be in it as well.
Wow.
So that's Inception.
Let's get a new host.
Awesome.
Yes.
So thank you guys.
We're very excited to have you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are so
us.
fun. We've been having nothing but so much fun. So we're super happy to be here as well.
Yeah,
it looks a little different. We're actually in a nicer place.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're usually somewhere where the couches are like fully bitten and chewed off by our dog.
Yeah.
So it feels nice.
Someone sent me a message and they're like, "Oh my god, you guys are so funny. I love the gag that your couches are ripped up." I'm like, "Yeah."
It's a backhand compliment.
Of course, like it's all of it is a joke.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, we did it on purpose.
And not because their dog just ripped it apart.
It was intentional.
The dog was a paid actor.
That's right.
So just to give everyone a quick update, for everyone who already know us and have been listening to us, and also for our new listeners, we are gonna upload. This is a really special day because we're gonna upload this full video, and it's gonna be our very first one. Hopefully, not our last. I hope, right? And also, they're gonna have their video of us. How does that even work, right? That's straight up Inception.
We shot 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So
this is back to back, you guys.
This is the second one. Yeah. We did a
So-
first one already in their channel.
Yes.
And, you will be able to check it out.
Hell yeah. It's going to be
their
really
channel.
funny.
It's super fun.
Make sure to hit them with the likes, the comments, everything. All right.
That's right.
Also, you guys do it right now.
Come on, man.
Right, yeah.
And so, this was something we mentioned in their episode. This was a very long overdue episode.
Yes.
Because the first time we decided, when was it? Remind me of the date, November
18th.
November 18th.
That's right.
We were supposed to meet up.
We've been trying to meet since that time.
We're trying to meet up since November 18th. It's January 6th right now. You hear that eagle screech right now?
Production, can you please insert eagle sound? Great. Thank you.
And so then we got sick, right? Was it us? Or was it you guys?
Me first. It was me first.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
got sick. And then pasó some time. And one of you guys
I got sick.
And Milena got
You
sick.
both got sick. That's right. And then, for those who don't know, we also have in We have our friend in the back.
She's right here. Yeah.
Watch the first episode. You guys will get the joke.
Yes. We'll have a picture right here. So if we're randomly just pointing to the back, we are looking at someone. Our schizophrenia's not acting up again. It's actually someone.
She's our associate producer, Milena, of our podcast, and then my brother's also in the audience over there somewhere. So yes,
shout out,
gassing it up in that beanbag chair.
That's right.
We hear from here.
Hella cozy, hella snug.
So you guys.
So you guys got sick, right?
Yeah. So the first time it was us, then it was you guys. We had to postpone, and then the third time. So unfortunately, where I work, I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of kids who, unfortunately, again, don't always like take care of their, their coughs, and like they are in that stage where they don't give two rats ass,
Yeah, they do the
dude. I think
Let's all do it at the same time.
No.
We don't have kids cough.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Like this. They go like this, like that. They like, Oh my god.
They wipe their vocals.
What I'm wondering is when that finger switched over. Remember, it used to be the teachers going like that. You would get freaked out. Now I see a student go like that. And
Mister.
No, Mr. Nope.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, long overdue. First episode with the full video out. Well, I know we have some people who have been asking for that. Here you go.
Now you're gonna fucking get it. Jesus fucking Christ, leave us alone.
Now you guys gotta subscribe, like, and comment. If you guys want more.
You wanted this, now you're gonna commit to it. All right.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Face reveal.
We didn't want it. Face reveal.
So, again, you guys, I just want to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us over. Thank you for being fans. We're also great fans of your guys' episodes.
We really are.
And podcast. And so with that being said, for our audience, I really want you guys to talk about your guys' podcast.
Yeah.
And I would genuinely love everyone to know exactly, give me that elevator pitch. You know what I mean? Without the pressure, though.
I know.
Because you got the job. Just do without the pressure.
Just gotta do it again.
Yeah, do you want to give them a little rundown?
Do you? I don't know. Do you think you have it?
One.
You know what? How about you don't? Anyways.
Do you think you have it down more than I do?
I feel probably not.
Really?
I don't know. I'm shy. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Tiger. You got him.
Okay, so our podcast is called HandMeDown Podcast, and it kind of focuses on exploring representation in the media, pop culture, and just like entertainment in general, specifically for Latino people. Both Alan and I are filmmakers, like very young filmmakers, and so we wanted to have a podcast in which we created a platform to share all types of like representation throughout the Latino community with our lens on it. So both he's first generation and I'm second and third generation Mexican American. So we add that perspective into the things that we talk about, but we also have a grand good time as well.
Yes, it's fun.
A jolly good old time.
I think that's the difference, because a lot of podcasts who kind of try to do that are very just like monotone, facts.
Yeah.
We like to have fun. We like,
Yeah.
That's something that I always say. I'm all like, I guess this is just an example, but like a lot of the times in media, whenever they show poverty or just like the immigration
like
experience, it's very like sad and serious, but like as someone who's gone through that, it's like it's not like that all the time. There's moments where you still laugh and you're still like a person. You're not just a sad person who's just sitting down. Like there's laughs and everything to be had. So that's the philosophy.
Yeah. So we like to amplify voices, Latino voices in creative spaces is kind of like what our podcast does.
Yeah.
And then so that's how we found you guys. I think I was looking for more like Latino podcasts to like support and stuff
how
like
did
that.
you guys run into that? It must have been
so
an
happy.
accidental algorithm mistake.
I'm so happy we made it a Latino podcast, you know, and not a Doñas con Café podcast, because that would have been a whole different demographic. Las Doñas con Cafecito or something like that.
No, because when we were talking about names, one of them was like El Cafecito or something like that. Or
something like that.
We were thinking of that.
Yeah. But how we stumbled across you guys is I was doing research on how to grow an audience, like a podcast audience. And one of the advices that they gave you, or that they gave me, it was like to actually go out and be social on social media. So like go out, look for your niche and interact with them. And then like you guys will start to create a bond, and then you guys will start to like that's just how the audience is gonna grow. I mean, like, look, we're sitting next to each other.
Si se puede, mi gente. No se agüiten. If you can't pay your bills next month, I don't care. We can. We did it.
Yeah, so that's how I found you guys. I was just looking up Latino podcast, and like obviously the algorithm pushes like the really like
and Shrek came up.
Yeah. And then so I was just like keep scrolling, and I kept seeing some of the same ones, and then I was just I want something new. And then I saw the Shrek costumes, and I was just like, this is so funny. And then I think I commented, and I was just like, the Lord Farquaad one was the one where I was just like
The cut.
That one made it. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? They we did have a couple people reach out to us and ask us where they can buy that costume.
I thought it
My
was
mom.
No.
My mom. I do not have the creative juices flowing through me. My mom does.
I thought it was also like store bought.
No,
I was like,
it was
that's
handmade.
insane.
Handbought.
DIY, dude.
yeah.
Nice.
I know.
Well, that's awesome.
Mine was made at the store. Okay, I got green paint and painted all over. Duré like 3 días para que se me quitara la pintura.
Fully, yeah. But you know,
But no one wants to say that truth. No one wants to say that.
real quick before I forget, because we're talking about Shrek, it's irrelevant, so I have to take that opportunity right now to talk about this. So when I walk my dog, we have to go through like some stairs, right? And so I took her out. She did her business. We went back into that little hallway where the stairs are at, and then I closed the door for outside, which would be next to where she lives, which is like a main street, you know? Yes. And so as soon as I closed the door, this was late at night, then I see like some lady like jaywalking, and she was almost like jogging to the door, almost like towards me, but the door was closed, and it was like some crackhead lady. And then she just started banging on the door. And I was like, oh, snap. And I'm only like 5 feet away from the door, but I already closed it. So it was locked from the outside. And then she just bangs and bangs. And she looks at me and she's like, fucking ogre. You know, I was like, what the fuck?
That's a compliment.
I was like, damn. I was like,
I was waiting for the story to be about
Te vio
Shrek.
bien
I was like,
animalote.
when is it going to be about Shrek?
I know. For real. Crackhead, Main Street, dude, nothing was pointing towards Shrek. I'm right here. Yeah, she was like, fucking ogre. I was like,
He's got that Shrek in him.
yeah.
Yeah, he got that Shrek in you. Yep. Oh,
Well, yeah, dude, thank you so much again, you guys. That honestly is the reason why we're here. So shout out to you, dude, for the algorithm.
Thank you. Again, producción, por favor, aplausos.
Hey, gotta give the praises.
Thank you.
If you guys didn't know, right, we have a whole we brought our production team as well. They're over here.
They're all over here. Yeah.
They're on this side.
Yeah, that's right. They were
Our whole
having
production
a glass door.
Right.
Yeah, HR is in the back. Accounting is on the other side. I told them, accounting, you can stay at home. You don't have to be here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, but you know, all good.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I always like to do is we like to ask questions to kind of get to know each other in this game called Get to Know You. Yay! But it's the opposite. You're going to get to know. No es cierto. So these are just, we have a few little bit of questions to ask you guys to kind of get to know you. So who would like to?
Well, I wanted to know, our audience doesn't know this. We do, right? I think this is something really cool that we want to try out for this episode. For the one we recorded with you guys, I feel like, shout out to you guys. You guys, I feel like, opened the space for us to be very ourselves. So I want to open that same space to be very yourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so, you know, I want to know about your guys's like background. I know you guys went to UCLA, and I would love for you guys to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, Alan and I, we just freshly graduated from UCLA, class of 2023.
Shout out,
class of 2023.
Congratulations. Aplausos, por favor.
But so I majored in film, television, and digital media at UCLA. So I went to film school, which is kind of like you don't really hear about that a lot. I think especially in the Latino community. I think it was something that was very daunting to commit to. I think because I don't remember if I've talked about this on our podcast, but when I was applying...
New lore
unlocked.
Oh, that's right.
For the what is it called?
Patreon.
The Patreon. The Peloton, dude.
The OnlyFans. Exclusive content available at OnlyFans.
Well,
that's
I
right.
think that's what OnlyFans was supposed to be.
It really was,
like,
but you know,
like Patreon.
But las golfas, you're right. Haciendo lo que saben hacer golpear, dude. No, I think the best one is feetfinder.com.
Feetfinder?
Feetfinder.com. Like pet finder?
Black single farmers.
Christian mingle. Dude, that's too good. Wait, where was I?
How were you? Sorry. It was daunting to enter this space.
Yeah. And I feel like I maybe have talked about it, but I'm not sure. But that when I was applying to colleges, I didn't tell anybody in my family what I was applying as because I was scared that they wouldn't support it. Because trying to tell your Latino family that you want to be an artist, it's scary, dude.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went for it, didn't say anything, and then I got in. And when I got in is when I told my family, oh, by the way, I got into UCLA. They're like, oh my gosh, what for? And I was like, film. They were like, oh, you wanted to do that? They were like, you want to do that? And I was like, I've been interested in that. But they were really supportive, so I'm very thankful for that. Nice. So I was there for 4 years. First year was there for 3 months, and then COVID hit, and then we had to do an online year.
So you did most of your college virtually?
Half of it.
Yeah, about half.
About half of it virtually.
Yeah.
So that was really hard too. At that point, I was just like, was it worth it to come to film school if it's just gonna be online? Because it's you go for the resources, you go for to be hands on and stuff like that. And so, the campus experience. So I was really oh my god, I was not feeling it that COVID year. But then upon returning, I just kind of threw myself into a bunch of different projects, into the org that we were a part of that we talk a lot about in our podcast. So I graduated with a concentration in cinematography and screenwriting, and it's been a hoot and a holler trying to find thank you trying to find fucking work. But
so if you're out there, hit them up. Come on, they're available.
They want to work and you want them. No se hagan pendejos.
Hell yeah.
That was my college experience. I don't know about.
I feel like there's a lot that you missed in the middle, but we'll fill it in right now.
What Natalia was trying to say.
No.
Just kidding.
For me, I'm first generation in my family to go to college. So I think I had the same fear that Natalia did, which is telling your parents and your family that you want to study film. So I didn't. I applied to UCLA, I think undecided, and then I was like, I'm gonna do communications, I'm gonna do marketing, I'm gonna do that route, which is a little bit safer. Not really. And so I got in. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do communications, but I've been wanting to do film since I was 10. That's if everyone who knows me, who has known me since I was 10, knows that I want to do film, that I do videos, that I do all this. So I got there and I was like, well, if I'm not gonna be able to get that experience through school, I'm gonna try to find it in a club or something at UCLA. Yeah, and that's where me and Natalia met, which is our freshman year. We both went to a meeting for the club was called the Latino Film and Theater Association. So they made films and theater.
Not yet.
No films yet, actually.
Just theater.
Just theater.
Oh. Just theater and just showcase short films made by outside, not just students.
Yeah, by other people. Yeah. And we got there, and then the person running it was like, actually, we want to start doing our own short film. So we were just like, we'll do it. And since we were almost all theater, we were the only ones that really had film experience, which is not that big experience at all. So we started. I'm like, I have an idea. I was taking a screenwriting class because I could still take those classes but not be the major. I was taking a screenwriting class and I wrote something, and then we're all like, well, let's do it. So us as little freshmen taking the lead on on like a short film.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then COVID hit.
And then COVID.
What was that film about?
Yeah. Shrek.
No, it's
The new Shrek 5 that's coming out.
it's like an absurd comedy horror piece. It's called Meat Lover. It's really hard to explain, so I'll just send you guys a link and you guys can see it. But yeah.
Why are you laughing? She's laughing.
She acted in it. She acted in it. But yeah.
Yeah, and then COVID happened and we were still staying active. We had a podcast with that organization because we're like, we can't do films, we can't do theater. Let's do a
so
podcast.
like you guys just didn't have access to anything.
Yeah, our sophomore year, the whole sophomore year.
Yeah, we were literally doing podcasting virtually over Discord. And that podcast was very similar in just talking about representation in film and theater. Just having conversations with the members in the org. And so we were just doing that whole thing. And while we were doing that, we were also working on our very first virtual short film. So we didn't let COVID stop us. Like,
that's right. We showed COVID who was boss.
Exactly.
That's right.
But so
that's right.
So I was a sophomore at that point. And I was like, okay, podcasting is cool, but like I am dying here in COVID. Like I need to be creative, otherwise I will die. And so I had pitched to the org. I was just like, what do you guys think about doing a virtual short film? And it's something that we're going to do literally completely through Zoom. Like one person's going to write it, one person's going to do this, one person's going to like film themselves. And it was just like a whole process. And so I took on the role of producing that. And it was really interesting to do that just completely virtually. And then so he acted and directed in it and shot it basically.
Because I had a lot of the equipment, so they're all like, well, I guess whoever has the most equipment.
So somebody wrote it, and then we were like, I was hopping on Zoom calls with him, and that's also like we were starting to meet a little bit more through the Zoom calls.
Sure. Yeah, like we knew each other that first year, but we weren't close at all. We were just we're in the same organization. That's just how we met. Yeah.
Wait, so you
purely professional.
No
friendship.
So I have a question with that. Then you guys, what is like, so what's like the goal that you guys? What's something where you're like, okay, in like 5 to 10 years, with this experience at school, like this is exactly what I see myself or wanting myself to do. If not, call it quits right here. Go back to the Bay Area.
Move back home.
I mean, I guess I don't want to speak for Natalia, but I feel like one of the things that we might want to do, and I don't think you can do that in 5 to 10 years, maybe, but like start a production company and actually tell these stories. Because I feel like that's a lot of what we did. Because when we ran it our junior and senior year, it was a lot of that is like getting people's stories, what they wanted to tell, helping them tell that story, helping them make it. Yeah, and it's very rewarding to have people tell their stories.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know what, dude? Okay, I feel like that's like some hard shit to for people who need help or wanting to like start stuff like that. Because I don't know about you guys, but you know, like when I was in high school, people who were like in theater, film, or all that stuff, they were kind of like frowned upon, and they were almost like the weird kids. And so I feel like I was one of those kids who was affected by always wanting to try something like that, but always being like insanely discouraged by all these like
the social pressure.
You know?
And I feel like that's what the organization that we were a part of, the club, that's what it was about, is like these people who had always been interested in it for their whole lives. Like it was very beginner. It was like, if you're interested in this, if you even have like a slight interest in it, come to us. We're going to give you the help that you need, the resources and knowledge, and then you can make it. So I guess what do you want to do? Like, what's your end goal?
I feel like like something. I feel like because we would talk about it a lot is just like doing our own thing. I know that's really hard and it's like really ambitious, especially just like because there's so much that goes into filmmaking. But I just want to somebody that I was talking to was just like, I don't want to be a studio's bitch, and I was like low-key, I don't
making independent stuff with people who we believe in,
just like, you know, us kind of calling the shots. I think it's like the dream.
You know how I think it is? It's kind of like, for example, let me catch everyone up. we just bought the embroidering sewing machine, right?
We bought an embroidery machine in Facebook Marketplace. We got a really good deal on it, but it was brand new.
Yeah,
it was brand new.
But let me not get too off topic. Yes, we did, and we got it right. But what I'm trying to go at is that I feel like all of that, it's kind of like, wait for it, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. It's like the freaking embroidering thing, right? We wanted to put like our little logo on the machine, but then we found out that you also have to like buy these stitching, embroidering, digitalized softwares. And it's like all of this, like you think it could just be this, but there's like so much more going on that you have to like focus on, and I feel like that's how it is, you know? It's like all these things come at you when you start experiencing those things, and you're like, oh shit, okay, we got to do this. Then you do, oh, we also got to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I'm so intrigued by all of that is because I personally have never met anyone who has ever majored in film or stuff like that. And I think that's so badass because it's like the beginning of a whole new generation that will be our voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to you guys, dude. Aplauso producción.
Thank you. Yeah. No, that's really awesome. And so you guys are done with school, right? You guys are all done with school. So I was listening to a lot of them. All of them. But I remember one particular episode of your guys' podcast, you were mentioning how it's the struggle is real, right? Now that you're out of school and you're kind of dealing with the real world. From the time you graduated until now, and you're stepping into, quote unquote adulthood, what have been the biggest challenges that you guys have noticed that you're no longer students now? Because I remember when I was a student, the school did a lot of shit for me. Am I right? They gave you money, they gave you food. So now you have to do that on your own. So what are the big challenges there?
I feel like realizing that now everything has a risk. I feel like in college, it was just like, I feel like, yes, life in general is about making mistakes, but I feel like in college there was such low risk and like trying things out and failing, and it's just like, well, I'm just a college student, like figure it out. Now I feel like the choices that we make do have a lot more effect on our lives and stuff like that, and just like the real world, I'm not even in it yet, and I'm like scared.
Do you think you'll look back at that and be like, I was so serious, or like
I was taking it hella serious.
Because I feel like a lot of the advice that I get from older people is like, you're in your 20s. Your 20s is when you make a mistake. So like it's still like there's still time to make mistakes. I see. Like it's not that serious yet. I feel like maybe once you're
like 104.
I heard that's when life really starts.
When you're 104, that's when it starts to get serious.
Better.
If we even make it that far, you guys. Of course I will, but I don't know about you guys.
Right.
I don't know about you guys.
I feel like definitely, that, because I mean, like, when you're teenagers, you think everything is so serious, and then, because it's like, life is everything that you know up until that point. And everything else is a mystery.
I wonder if this is like Teenagers Part 2 or like your Teenagers Part 2.
That's why
oh my God. You just fucking blew my mind right now.
This is Part 2. Are you trying to tell me there's more? There's more after this shit?
It's Part 2, Volume 1.
That's kind of what it feels like again.
It feels, because for like the coming of age genre in movies is always like 16 to 18, and that's considered coming of age because you're going from like teenage years to young adulthood. But I feel like this is also the second coming of age when you're going from like young adulthood to like adulthood, and it's just like another hurdle to cross. And it's just like, it's being in your early 20s is so tricky, I think.
And like, I know for a fact that we have people who listen to us who are in their 30s or older. Shut the fuck up. Let us live. We're on our 20s here, okay? Just remember when you were 20, okay? Remember when you were in your 20s. Just let us live. But I also think like sometimes it's a lot of pressure because I remember a long time ago when I was in college, I took a gerontology class, which is like the studying of aging. And sometimes
what was it? What was it called? Gerontology?
Gerontology.
Yeah,
something like that, I believe. And it's just the study of aging. And we have a biological time clock that we are expected to fulfill certain things by a particular age. So by like 18 to 20, you should have been done that. By 20 to like 25, you should have done this. By 25 and 30, you should already have like a good job. By 30 to 35, whatever, you should be married. And by this time, you should have kids and blah, blah, blah. So sometimes when people don't meet that expectations, you feel really out of place. And I think in general, people we're trying to make sure we don't fall behind in that sense. But I'd say fuck all of that. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, let me do what I gotta do.
That's right. And right now I gotta take a shit. Por favor, corte producción. Yeah.
What about you, Alan? I'm interested to know.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Miss Universe.
Repeat the question.
Yeah. No, I was just like, now that you're out of college, and stepping into adulthood, what do you feel have been like the major challenges of that transition?
I don't know if it's just about becoming an adult, which I guess I will.
I like to say quote adult.
Yeah. Well, I guess just one of the parts that's like different from being at a university and like now is like everybody, all of your friends were like right next to you. Like they would live across the street, or they would live here, very living close to a lot of people the same age and like kind of the same mentality. And you go out and like that's not the case. And then just like back then, it was you were in proximity with all these people, so you didn't really have to try to make an effort in a relationship, in a friendship. And now like that's one of the things that's like I need to put in effort, and I need people to put in effort as well, because if not, we're just never gonna see each other. So
and the older you get, the less friends you have. I'll tell you that right now.
So that's I think that's been one of the harder parts, is like just being surrounded by everybody, and then
and I feel like with what you guys are doing, you have to like really have that group, like it's like networking.
Like-minded.
So and I mean that's one of the reasons why we started it too, is like to create a community and like meet other people who have the same interest, who do all that. So
I feel like I definitely thrive in small communities. And so if I don't have my small community, who am I, dude?
That's very true. No, that's very true. It's so funny, interesting, because like my college experience was not like that. I went to a community college, and then from there I transferred, and I didn't live on dorms. I lived in an apartment with roommates.
I see.
And then which I rock on. And then they weren't. One of them was my sister, so it was like it wasn't not that she wasn't
before she went to prison.
Not that she wasn't chill or anything, but it wasn't any different than living with like at home.
I see.
So even though my sister didn't tell me what to do, I kind of felt like she was my mom, and she's like 5 years older than me. So it was quite some chunk. So I always felt like I had my mom with me. And then I came
also
to
that hoe is bossy, dude. I know she's listening.
I know. Fuck
girl, you're bossy as hell.
You was alone, dude. You don't even live with us. Oh, I'm getting a call.
It's probably her.
She is. It's probably her. Are you calling me right now? From your phone I sent to you that I shoved up my ass. You call her.
In prison.
And then I moved to the university here at UCI, and I lived with my parents. So I didn't make friends in college.
I see.
Also, let me tell you. No, also, let me tell you before this bitch starts ranting. Also, this hoe did not have her license till like 20. I don't know what, like 24. 26. So 26. I was her like chauffeur up and down.
It was great.
It was horrible.
What was that like? Did you get to touch the college experience a little bit because of that?
I was already in college. I was just saying, that's sad, woman. That's sad. Let's pause it real quick. That's sad.
She said move on.
No.
Yeah.
I remember I tried threatening this hoe. I was like, you know what? I would talk to my mom. I'd be like, Ama. I was like, esta maldita golfa. No quiere. I was like, this girl does not want to get her license. And I told my mom, I was like, you know what I'm going to do, Ama? I was like, I'm going to be an asshole, pero le voy a cobrar for the mileage, and I'm going to charge her gas every week. Pa que le duela, I'm like, pa que le duela, so she doesn't want to let go of that money. Dude, tell me why that made things so much smoother for her.
I paid them.
Did she say, hey, can you take me here? I'm like, oh,
She didn't feel bad anymore.
No, if anything, I was like, this is what should have been done since the first.
Great investment.
Oh,
Great investment.
Great investment. Yeah. That's so interesting
cheaper
how
than Uber.
community has been a big thing for you guys.
Yeah.
Community.
Yeah.
So based on your community and the friendships you guys have made and everything like that, I always like to ask people, who is someone within your community, your friends, your family, a famous person, whatever.
Or a podcast collab. Anybody at this point.
Or a guy with a Dodgers hat.
Yeah. With a bunch of pins in his head.
A little overweight.
Yellow teeth.
Handsome. Yellow teeth. Okay, we got to balance it out.
When your teeth matches your hair.
Oh, dude.
Hair reveal.
I said that. That's okay. I said that last night. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, my teeth are the same color as my hair, dude.
We'll put a pin in that because I do want to know the story about your hair. But yes.
Yeah.
I always like to ask, like, who is someone that you look up to and why?
Idols. Do you have one? I have to think.
Production team, yeah.
Someone I look up to, just
Yeah.
in general.
I know this is a very heavy question, and we did not prepare them with the questions, but even someone that you think are like at the top of your mind, because mine is Satan.
Oh,
Yeah. In fact, we brought the Ouija board. And you guys were,
Next
I
on
have
the
tattoo.
agenda.
I have a tramp stamp.
Oh my god. Can you think of someone? What were your words again? Exactly.
Yeah.
May you repeat the question?
they black out every year.
I'm like,
Every time I talk, you guys black out. You know what? So do I.
Yeah.
Every time I
I
talk,
just
I
want to make
black
sure I
out.
get the words right. So I can.
No, it's just who is someone that you look up to, or they're your role models, and why?
I can't think of like
Yeah.
a single person,
Yeah.
but I feel like one of the things that I tend to like gravitate towards, which is like community and creating community, and I feel like that like low-key I owe that to my family.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, because my grandparents, they came here from Mexico, and when they came here, like as my mom started to grow older and stuff, they decided to start hosting family reunions to like try to find other people from our family that also immigrated from Mexico to the United States, and we would gather all together in one place in the United States. And so
cool.
I grew up a lot with just like learning the importance of being together, and like togetherness was a really big thing. So that's something that has always been on my mind, and everything that I do is like togetherness and like doing things to foster that safe space for people to like feel comfortable and like not just in my work but also like in like my social circles as well, as just like doing everything that I can to make sure people feel welcomed, or like make sure that they also understand the importance of like being together and stuff like that. And so so that's something that I do in my work as well as like in my social life. So I can't think of a single person.
But it's more like your family.
Yeah, it's more
yeah.
like
Oh, that makes sense.
like
Yeah.
family
Makes sense.
thing.
That's really interesting you mentioned, because I feel like parents have a lot to do with that. And I know you said your parents started hosting those, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like parents have so much to do with that, because, like, for example, our parents, not throwing shade or anything like that, right? Because I think just like you, and for our audiences that don't know, you have only sisters, right?
Yes, only
How
sisters.
many sisters do you have?
2 older, 1 younger. So there's 4 of us in total.
So likewise, I only have just my sisters. I have one in prison and this piece of shit right here, right in front of you.
He's
dude.
not
So
doing that great.
I didn't look out, you know. But I think my sisters and I, we were pretty tight already together, right?
Yeah.
And so our parents didn't really go out of their way to like host any like exterior family members or anything like that. So unfortunately, we're not super close to like cousins.
A lot of our cousins, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like that. That's really cool because I feel like that's something that now as an adult, I'm like, damn, I wish
we were closer to our cousins, to our tias. We have some tias that even though tia sounds like doñas, they're our age as well.
Yeah.
You know, Mexicans, you have sobrinos that are older than you.
I was an uncle at 9 years old.
I'm telling you, you know, Latinos are here. Yeah.
It's really cool.
What about you?
I don't know because I feel like I'm someone who gets a lot of lessons or just the way that I think from different types of people and things like that. I'm going to mention 2.
We only said one.
Yeah, we said one.
So please break it down to just one.
I gotta.
No. I gotta rethink this.
I think one of them is my dad because he just like work ethic and just really instilling in me like trying to do the best that I can do and like not try to be the best, but just try to be the best that I can do at everything. And just just be a nice person. Yeah, just be a nice person. Sure. And then I think, secondly, someone I really look up to, and not to make anyone cry, is Natalia here right next to me. And I think it goes back to the thing is like she did the stuff that I wanted to do, like the stuff that I wish that I could have been able to do, and I would see her like do all this stuff and she would always share the knowledge and share her knowledge. Aww. And I feel like that was like very impactful for me as a creative and just also like her philosophy also when it comes to like creating and stuff, really impacted me and just like the way that I see things. So that's it.
You made it to the cut, dude. Not even the podcast collabers made it to the cut. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I have 3, and then the podcast collabers.
Okay. I knew he meant to say 3, but I just didn't want to.
I have a quick question. Now that
Qué cursis,
I have a question and a comment to judge. No, I have a question with what you said. I feel okay. Did you guys run into with like the community? Did you guys run into anyone like trying to like gatekeep information or anything like that? Because I feel like that's so annoying. Like I know more than you. You know, like
I feel like naturally in an artistic space or like a space where like artists are. Oh, you're always gonna find people like that.
Yeah.
And my thing is always like stay true to my core values and those people will be filtered out of my way.
Oh, work.
So put that on a t-shirt. Yes.
Okay.
But I feel like it has been true.
Yeah.
Since our freshman year, the leadership at that time in the community that we were running, they were always scared of of someone like that coming in, and like kind of having that mentality of like I'm gonna step on whoever I need to step to get to the top.
To get to the top, yeah.
Especially like in this industry is like crazy. A fear that was passed on to us of like we can't let that happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. Yeah, just the energy that we are able and the space that we are able to create. Like those people naturally just don't fuck with it and then just leave.
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in that too. I feel like if you're really just focused on yourself and just the best ethical process that you can have, I feel like whatever's outside is just it's not even gonna come in. It's not gonna
and having a good like vibe reading, which
Wait, a bad what?
A good vibe reading.
Good vibe reading. Okay, work.
Like trusting your gut. I feel like.
Yes, your intuition.
That's true.
I've run into like on TikTok like stuff that says trust your intuition. Have you seen those? Like, and it's like circle but they're blank and it says like it's labeled A and B and it's like which one's the orange and I'm like okay, intuition, this is it, and I'm like wrong like 8 out of 9 times.
But when you're right
it's
when
you're right it's
I knew it.
Dude, but that's such a real thing. I feel following your intuition. It's but I feel like it's harder than you think. It's more than just
because there's pressure. There's social pressure. The pressure for yourself. Maybe there's family pressure. And then also like one thing for me that I never liked is that why no one. Okay, me need to get words together. Give me a moment. Like, I just really dislike cuando Latinos bring down other Latinos.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, trust me, the world's already doing it. Let's not do it to each other.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I feel like because you mentioned like people that gatekeep like things and stuff like that.
Whack.
Whack.
Shout out to non-gatekeepers right there. Yeah, we got a boo
we haven't
button.
put a boo button yet.
We don't have a boo button.
Collective boo.
well, producción por... Boo.
Gatekeepers? Non-gatekeepers?
That's right.
And so the org that we ran, we when me and Alan ran it, we've made sure to focus it on beginner friendly, make it in a beginner friendly environment, because I knew that the people that I wanted to bring into this space are the people who didn't think that they could do something like this because they never saw somebody like themselves do it. Yeah. So it was just kind of like, I was fortunate enough to have the support and the means to go to film school to like be educated in this art form. And so what I wanted to do was to bring my knowledge to the people who are interested in it but may not have the resources or the support to do that. Right. And I'm like, well, then I'll be your resource. I'll be your support. Like, so that was kind of like my attitude towards like running the org and bringing people in. So like a lot of the projects that we work on, they had crew from people who had never touched anything like that before, never touched that art form before. Yeah. And they fell in love with it. And I'm like, that's what I wanted, because I want a huge wave of Latino filmmakers to come and like start, because we talk a lot about representation on our podcast, and just like representation for Latinos, representation for women, for queer people, and it's just like all these intersectional identities, like that's what we want to portray.
And I feel like I was the first receiver of that, where like I knew some stuff, but because you were taking your classes, you knew more. And while when we came back my junior year, we were trying to like direct the movie again, and like I just learned so much from you, and I was like, thank you. Like, you didn't gatekeep this information. Like, you helped me do what I needed to do. And she was also the director of photography, but so then after that, I was like, well, now that I have this knowledge, I want to give it to everyone else too.
And I still have so much to learn, obviously, but I knew enough to create a learning environment for beginners. That's what I wanted to do. And I also love teaching. Both my parents are teachers. So
shout out to all the teachers in the US that they don't get what, they don't.
They do not. They get severely underpaid.
Yes.
For what they do.
They do a lot, and they deserve more. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to your parents too.
Yeah,
not just teachers, your parents. Shout out to them, dude.
Yeah, baby. Shout out to all our parents.
Shout out.
Shout out to all our parents.
Shout out
to your parents too. Shout out to your parents.
Yeah, well, I want to keep getting to know you guys a bit more deeply.
Keep the conversation going.
We'll keep the answer short.
I want to ask a deep question for you guys.
Get ready.
So, would you rather poop in the dark or always miss the last step when you use the stairs?
Poop in the dark once?
In the dark.
Poop in the dark.
Oh.
Like just one time, or like
no, like for the rest of your life.
The rest of my life I have to poop in the dark.
Poop in the dark.
Wait.
But what if you have explosive diarrhea?
Just the
drop. Can I turn on the lights like for me going in the restroom and then just turn them off?
No.
As soon as I walk in.
This is a podcast with integrity.
Okay, but what if you do like a 2-for-1 combo where you like go pee?
A 2 for
like
you trick it. You try to trick
it. You're peeing. Just kidding. Psych.
Psych me.
So as soon as you hear the lights are like, oh fuck. It shuts down real quick.
That's smart. You out here trying to
So that's my
you can't
answer.
do that. That's your answer.
Okay, what do you want to answer now?
I feel like I would rather miss the step every time, just because I feel like if
You'll
I
be ready.
continuously do it, then I'll be like ready to like.
That's very true, because
conquer it.
at one point some of us couldn't use the stairs when we were kids, but we got used to it. Mm-hmm. So then you just get used to missing that last step.
Okay, I see the problem with this question now, because I was like, of course I would poop in the dark because like I've been pooping for my entire 22 years of existence.
He's a veteran pooper.
Yeah, like it's like muscle memory. But I guess I wouldn't know when I'm done wiping. So that's what makes it tricky. I wasn't thinking of that.
Well, you know the
So maybe
trick
miss a
to
step then.
the trick to that is always have you guys heard of the Jesse method?
The Jesse
To
method?
wiping? Yeah, the Jesse method.
What's the
Have you heard of the Jesse method? After you're done going number 2,
I have
you
not.
just hop in the shower.
Every single time.
Not all the time.
My dad does
Once
that.
in a
I'm
while.
like, really?
Just hop in the shower. You know?
It's economically friendly.
Can I have
Puro.
if I have a bidet?
Ooh. If we have
Then
a
I would even know
Oh,
the
so
dark.
you get
That
your
is
asshole
not
gets a
in the
shower.
little
That's
letters.
Let me check the rule book.
No, the fine print. Yeah, we need to see the fine print of this would you rather question.
I think the step then.
I think
the step.
Yeah.
Final
I feel like-
answer?
Yeah, better
Yeah.
than instant.
All right,
Yeah.
incorrect. Bring in the sniper.
Do you guys have any
Just
hot
kidding.
topics on this?
The
Or like
sniper stayed home.
any opinions on this?
Or like how this question.
Yeah.
No opinion, just judgment. Wait, so you guys said the step one, right?
Step, yeah.
Okay, the missed the step.
I would miss a step.
You missed the step
Yeah,
too? What about
I'd probably break my ankles.
I'm not participating in this.
all of us? Actually, I have class. You
I'm a
guys.
grown woman.
I've had practice because at UCLA there was this one step that you had to skip. It was the second to last step
Oh, yeah.
of these like giant stairs that we
Yeah.
had. They said if you stepped on it, it was bad luck. So I would always skip it. So I have
Oh,
practice.
there you go.
I
You've
have
been training for
practice.
this
Yeah.
this moment.
For this
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah.
That's right.
January 6th,
You know what?
2024.
I'm gonna go.
Special day. It all comes full circle.
Oh my god.
I'm ready.
Well, I'm gonna go against the crowd. I'm gonna say poop in the dark,
Oh shit.
just because I want to.
Again.
He wants to be different. He's not like other boys.
Wow. That was a very serious question. But
Yeah,
it really was.
It was funny. We went like the 180.
Yeah. Like,
Do we have
representation
any more
matters to me
serious
because
questions like
I can
that?
poop in the dark.
All right, well, my friends, I think.
I think that's enough talking. Everybody
Yeah.
be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Let's play the quiet game.
just stop right there.
Recién rompe la cámara, please.
What a way to
No.
end.
So, thank you guys for participating in this little segment of getting to know you guys. So, appreciate that. And
course,
I hope
thank
our
you.
questions weren't too uncomfortable towards the end.
No,
No, not at all.
We're
Good
having a
interviewing
blast.
questions.
I love a good pee-pee caca.
You know, sometimes we gotta challenge you intellectually.
Yeah.
You know, you really
Yeah.
gotta go there.
Yeah. Our questions gotta we gotta trick you, kind of like Alan was saying with the lights,
the light.
and the peeing.
Psych.
Yeah, we gotta trick you, like, oh, intimate question, personal, psych,
pee-pee
Uber
caca.
stairs. Yeah. So with that being said,
right.
we want to move on right now with another segment that we've been waiting for, literally a whole month
Yeah.
to play this, you guys.
Yes.
This is our podcast feud. So, this is what's gonna happen, my friends. We have our two guests over here, and then we have two of the Los Brownies hosts right here. And we're gonna go on a 2 versus 2 rant right now. And your boy, imagine I turn around. No,
That's not fair. She has experience. Her sister.
My bad. So, we're really excited. I'm gonna go ahead and explain the rules for
Déjame
everyone.
siento bien because I feel like this couch me está comiendo.
Yeah.
Like,
In a bad way.
So let me go ahead and explain the rules for you guys, right? I will go ahead and do the honors and be the host of this game show. We're gonna have HandMeDown Podcast versus Los Brownies Podcast. I'm gonna explain the rules right now.
Bad.
Go ahead.
So
I'm listening to them all
we
ears.
are going to do a sing along. No, I'm just
course.
kidding. No, we're, yeah. So I hope you guys
In
brought.
Dutch.
No, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys a question, right? We're gonna have one person from each group start off, and whoever gets the answer right or has the most points with the correct answer, They're going to go ahead and have the option to either start playing the game and guessing everything, or you guys have the option to choose to pass.
Well, have you guys seen Family Feud?
Yes.
Once.
There you go. That's it.
There you go. That's all you're going to need.
That's not my fault.
It's my fault you didn't come prepared.
It's on TVs every single Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time with my man Steve Harvey.
That's right.
You should be aware.
So this is the actual game.
This is the actual game.
Okay.
The actual game. And loser gets decapitated.
All right. I've been dying for this. Yes.
So let me have, first of all, let me play some theme music right here. Nice. You guys like that song? Hand chosen. So let me have our first two contestants. Go ahead and join us right here real quick. Who's going in right now?
That'd be you and I? That'd be you and I.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Right here.
Taurus versus Taurus.
Yeah, we'll do, you two and you two
Okay.
after.
Okay.
Second round. So go ahead and introduce me. Go get each other a handshake, man. This is a family-friendly game. Just loser gets decapitated. No
Right,
biggie.
right.
Or anything like that.
No
The
pressure.
only thing is we don't have a buzzer. So we're gonna tap onto our phone.
Okay.
We're gonna do the hot dang.
Okay.
And then we can determine who went first.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you let us know
Referee,
who's first.
Make sure we're not cheating because I will cheat. So please stop me from that.
All right, my friends. Quick little question. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
Ooh. That was tough.
All right, when I'm done reading the question, you guys can.
Oh my God! The production's falling apart. We did that at the same time. I swear.
Yeah, it's
We're so in
crazy.
sync.
Do you want to do another one? Okay.
We'll do it again.
Okay.
Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
Did I jump
We'll
the
take
gun?
it. We'll take
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
Sorry. Work is one of them.
Oh, that's a good one. And it is on the board. And it's for 18 points. So, Natalia got 18 points. You have the chance to also guess. I'll go ahead and read the question again.
Yeah.
Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
Because of money.
That is on the board, and that's 16. So, you guys take this one.
Are you guys gonna play or not?
You guys can either play and guess the rest, or you guys can pass and then they'll do that.
Can we huddle?
Yes.
Wait. If we
Call me
play-
Steve. Call me Steve.
Steve. So if we play and we lose, that's strikes against us, right?
Yeah.
Only if you don't guess them right.
If you don't guess them right.
It's still this category.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
still
this.
Okay,
this.
I feel like I have one.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
But I do have multiple.
They're gonna play,
'cause
Steve.
there's
They're gonna
multiple.
play. They're gonna play, Steve.
How many are there?
There are 3 left to guess.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you think you have that many?
No, but I feel like I have the number one answer.
Oh, and if you have the number one answer, that's worth more points.
Do
So
you
it's
guys-
harder for us to guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's play.
Yeah, I
Let's
trust
play.
your intuition.
You wanna play?
Let's play.
Steve,
All right.
we'll play.
We're gonna play, Steve. All right.
Alrighty then. All right. So, how you doing, Alan? How's your day
I'm doing
going?
great.
How's the
Steve,
wife and kids?
thank you. They're great. Yeah, amazing. The first one just went off to kindergarten.
Great.
Amazing. Alan, let me ask you this quick little question right here. All right.
Thank you.
Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
Steve, I think we're gonna have to go with family. Being a family member.
Good answer. Good answer.
Let's see if it's on the board real quick. It is on the board. It's for 9 points. That's what you can write down. Yeah, 9
I
points.
thought that was the number
Yeah.
one answer.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. So that's 9 points.
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, you know how in the board there's the number one answer. You have to tell.
Oh, that's right. That's
what I'm
number 5. Sorry. You put 9 points on number 5. You're right.
That I've been fucking telling you that. This is why we don't trust our production team.
I'm Steve, the host.
The other two that were guessed were
What it was?
It was
Work.
Mine was work.
which was number 2, and that was 18 points.
Oh, that's a good answer. And then I said money.
And that was number 4, and that was 16. So now we have 2. We're waiting for 3 and 1.
We're missing the top one.
You're missing
number
1
one.
and
You're
3.
missing two.
Steve, can you read the question again?
Let me go ahead and read that question for you one more time. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
God, hot diggity damn.
Other team is huddling up now.
We have 3 strikes, right? We haven't got.
Yeah,
another
no,
strike
you
yet.
don't have
Okay.
any strikes.
Okay.
But they're ready.
And we can't huddle, right? No.
I'm going to give you 5 more seconds on this one. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you don't like.
Friends.
Ooh.
Like friend of a friend.
Okay.
Like associated.
And that is right.
That was mine. Okay.
All right.
Don't worry. Other team is eyeing it right now, but you guys still have a chance. You have 2 more strikes.
How are we not
Let me
getting
read
the
that
first
question one
one?
more time. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone you didn't like.
For a favor.
Okay.
Ooh. And survey says that is number 3. 17 points. Yeah. You got 1 strike. We're waiting for the number 1 answer on the board. No one has yet to answer it. Other team is already huddling up.
Oh my
Fuck.
Let me read that question for you one more time. The question is, name a reason you'd be nice to someone that you didn't like. 5 seconds on the clock.
If you're shallow, it's because they were attractive.
Because you like them.
Survey says? Oh. Other team is huddling up right now, you guys. Let me read that question for you, Alan. Yeah, 2 strikes. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone that you didn't like.
Grades. Trying to get a good grade.
School.
School.
Like the ugly ass Mrs. Johnson I had in 5th grade. Fuck you.
All right, survey says that's the 3rd strike. Other team gets a chance to steal all your points.
We want to steal.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Even if we don't want to, we have to.
Even if you are, yeah, you ain't got no choice, girl. I'm Steven. All right. Name a reason you'd be nice to someone that you did not like.
Religion.
Survey says. No.
Do we get the point?
So you guys are
Number 1 question.
Number 1 answer.
Sorry, answer was because it's a proper thing to do.
I was dead. I was gonna be like, to be a good person.
That's not right.
This mother
Not even
Teresa.
Jesus like that answer.
So hand-me-down is in the lead.
That was hard.
That was hard.
That is also what she said.
I swear to you, we've played a couple games, but we left those at home, so we don't intertwine them.
Yeah.
So we also don't know.
They don't know these.
I really
Only
don't.
Steve, because I'm the host. All right, so now let me have our next 2 contestants. Go ahead and go up.
All right.
How you guys doing today?
Thank you. You're looking good, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I like when people compliment me like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys a question. First person to hot dang their knee gets to answer first. You have the option to either pass or play.
Okay.
Just let me know. I'm gonna play, Steve, and I'll let you play.
All right, we're ready.
All
Thank you.
right. This one has a total of 8 answers.
God damn.
Damn, yeah.
All right. So let me see your hands up here. Yep. Question is, name something people do with their fingers.
Oh.
Should we rock, paper, scissors then?
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Ready? How do you do it? Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
All right. Hand-me-down takes this one.
Okay.
What was the question?
Name something people do with their fingers.
Steve, let's go with eat.
Okay, good answer.
Survey says. All right. That is number 4, and that is worth 7 points. So hand-me-down. You want to play or you want to pass?
Can we huddle?
Go ahead, huddle real quick. You got 5 seconds because I'm Steve, and I'm not going to take nobody's time.
Pass.
8 answers.
But I feel like that might be simple.
You think you have 8?
No. But I think it'll be funny. We're only doing 3 rounds.
Are we?
If you win this one, it's game over for them, and that's it. And you go to fast money.
Fuck it. Let's risk it. We're gonna risk it, Steve.
All right. Now that's what I like to hear. That's right.
It's a good team season. It's a good team.
This is a good season too. All right. All right, Natalia, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Steve. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I like
You're
when people
living your
ask me
Steve
that.
Harvey fantasy.
I am living my Steve Harvey fantasy. Yeah, that's right. All right, let me repeat the question for you one more time. You're going to have 5 seconds on the clock to answer this. Name something people do with their fingers.
I'm going to say pick their nose.
Okay.
Good answer.
Good answer. Survey says... Yeah, that's number 5, and that's worth 6 points.
Damn.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
All right, Alan, I'm going to go ahead and move on to you real quick. I'm going to repeat the question for you one more time.
Go ahead, Steve.
Name something people do with their fingers.
Steve, I think we're going to have to go with pointing, Steve.
Oh,
that's a good answer.
Okay. All right. Survey says?
I'm a little worried.
That was a good answer.
That's a good one, yeah. I thought it was going to be there. I'm not going to lie. I can't see the scoreboard, but I thought it was going to be there for real. All right, that's one
strike.
One strike.
Okay.
Two more. Natalia, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
No pressure or anything.
Oh,
not like we have
absolutely
$100,000 in the line right now.
Or my head.
Or decapitation.
Yeah, you're right.
Name something people do with their fingers.
Oh, I'm going to say masturbate.
Hey, do the nasty, Steve.
She said the nasty, Steve.
Survey says?
It's a family game.
No, I remember that meme though. Name something you do in your wife's face. Sit on it.
Not yet, but they were wrong.
There was another one from Family Feud.
Name a name that starts with an H.
It's like Jose. No, the one I was gonna say was like, name the place where you last put your finger in, and this guy was like, Steve, I'm gonna say my wife. It wasn't there. But these are iconic.
Okay, this is a context of Family Feud that I know and that I forget. It's called Family Feud, and that like
For
no, I
families,
wouldn't
family
have
to family.
that.
Family. Keyword.
Well, let's try to keep it PG. This is Family Feud, you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Let's keep it X-rated. So, we have two strikes.
Yes.
Hand me down. Alan, I'm going right to you. Again, like I said, no pressure, $100,000 on the line.
What's up?
Pointing was it on there?
Pointing, no. But I think I
You guys have two strikes, no?
Steve, I think I have another one. With a little bit less confidence, because last time I was confident, it was wrong.
All right, before you give me your answer, let me read the question for you one more time, just to make sure.
I'm so sorry.
Name something people do with their fingers.
Steve, I think I'm going to have to go with paint.
Oh, that's a good one.
Survey says?
Good answer.
Number 7.
Nice.
It's number 7, and it's worth 5 points.
Bruh.
Sure.
All right, we still have 2 strikes on the board.
I'm
You can still do this, you guys.
You have one more strike.
How many more
Left.
do we need, Steve?
You need... it's 8 in total.
So you need like 5 more.
You're
5 more.
lying. Okay. Fuck it. Okay.
You got this. You
All
got
right.
this.
Okay.
Name something people do with their fingers.
I'm gonna say scratch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good answer.
And that is on the board. Yep. And that is number 3. And I'll give you 8 points for that one.
Nice.
All right.
See,
4
you
more to go,
got
guys.
this.
4 more
You
to
guys got
go.
this.
4 more to go.
Fingers, yeah.
And I'm going to go right to you. I'm following up this depression look you have on your
Yeah,
face.
go ahead. It's my thinking look, Steve.
Name something people do with their fingers.
Steve, I'm going to have to go with break them. I couldn't think of anything
Good answer.
else.
Good answer.
Thank
That's
you,
good
thank
answer.
you.
And that is on the board
Yeah.
for the number one
Break your
for 23 points.
survey.
You're so not confident.
23 points, yeah.
You should be not confident more often. It gets you to the right places.
Doubt yourself more.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You can't do this, Alan.
I'll put that into the next round.
Yeah.
All right. Natalia, no
scared.
pressure. 2 strikes on the board.
You
You
guys
got
been
one
doing
more.
good.
Yeah. Other team is huddling
We're
up already. They
rallying.
might
We're
be able to steal
rallying.
those points.
Yeah.
I'm going to read the question for you one more time. It says, name something people do with their fingers.
I'm gonna say play an instrument.
Oh. Survey says? None on there. But no worries. Our other group, those Brownies, they're going to have a chance to guess. They only have 1 try. If they get it, they steal all your points. If they don't, you keep them and you guys win.
Got it,
They have
Steve.
one
Thank you.
opportunity, one
Thanks,
moment. Mom's spaghetti. Quick question. I'm gonna read the question for you one more time. Name something people do with their fingers.
Okay. Text.
We're going to go
Survey says
That's a
go
good
texting,
one.
Steve.
That's a good one.
it's the number 2 answer. And it's for 18 points.
Congrats.
Oh my God.
Congrats.
Thank you guys.
Congrats.
You guys did the hard work for us.
That was good.
Yeah, we just sat back and wiggled our toes.
Our toesies.
Wait, is this round 2?
Yeah, this is round 2. This is make or break next.
Yeah.
They're at 60 points or at 59.
It's a close game.
All right, which ones were we missing?
6 and 8.
6 and 8. Number 6 says count.
I was thinking about it. 1, 2, 3.
As we were counting down.
How many more answers do we need?
Number 8 was crack knuckles.
Oh my God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys go to Fast Money.
You guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Steve, can I say that I think I don't want to speak for Natalia and myself, but I feel like we want to split the money with you guys.
Oh my God.
So,
I owe the.
Great, I don't want to get
Thank you.
Maybe it'll be enough to pay him to not do it.
Yeah, I think we'd like to spare their heads.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's right.
I think you guys can keep them
But
on your necks.
if you spare our heads, then you lose the money.
I think I can live with that.
Are you sure?
I don't know if I would be.
All right. So this is the speed round.
One of you guys is gonna go up first and say some answers, but the other person can't hear.
I can go into the restroom.
Okay.
Okay.
See you guys.
All right.
Work.
All right. Please, let's go ahead and hide Alan. Thank you.
Round of applause. There you go. Yeah.
An empty seat. Oh, I miss him already, Steve.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Explain the rules, Steve.
So here are the rules. I'm gonna give you 35 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna give you 35 seconds on the clock, and there are gonna be a total of 5 questions that I'm gonna give you. All you have to do is go ahead and give me one answer.
So he has to guess a different thing
Yeah.
than what I say.
Yeah.
This is
So
gonna be hard because we have the same brain. Steve, we have the same brain.
all right. So let me get 35 seconds on the clock.
35.
She's got it.
Awesome. All right. So here is the question. 35 seconds on the clock will not start until I'm done reading the first question. Question is, tell me a reason your car might be getting towed.
Parking.
Name something gross a person might say they found in their food just so they can sue the company.
Hair.
Name a reason you might switch doctors.
Expenses.
Name something dog lovers would rather do with a dog than with a person.
Walk.
Name something people know about polar bears.
Extinction.
There we go. There you go.
Oh, damn.
So, I asked you, tell me a reason your car might be getting towed. And you said parking. And that is the number 2 answer. That's worth 27 points.
Nice.
Name something gross a person might say they found in their food just so they can sue the company. You said hair. That's number 4.
Nice.
That's worth 11 points.
Leon.
Name a reason you might switch doctors. You said
Expenses.
expenses. That is worth 7 points. That's
Okay.
the number 4 answer.
In America?
I know.
Name something dog lovers would rather do with a dog than with a person. You said go for a walk. That's the number 1 answer.
Nice.
That's worth
Nice.
38 points.
Oh shit! I think you guys have to accumulate 200 points to
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
To win the full thing, you keep all our equipment.
We keep you guys.
For the dishes. And the last one was name something people know about polar bears. You said
Extension.
extension cord. Wait, what was it? Extinction. That is the number 4 answer. That's worth 4 points.
Okay, not bad.
I don't know much about
that's
polar
good.
All
bears.
right, we can call
We
Alan.
can call Alan back in here. There we go.
How many points did she get?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, so that way you know. Yeah, the points, just the points.
Okay, we'll let him get ready.
All right, Alan. So while we calculate the points,
How many points do we need?
You
we need a total of 200 points.
87 points.
87.
Nice.
Did you do well?
I got a C plus. I got a C plus. C
We'll
minus.
let you know how it went.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Do I go to
I'm
the
gonna
restroom?
ask you 5 questions, and if you say the same answer that Natalia said, you're gonna hear.
Okay.
You can repeat the, or you can say skip, and we can go back to it.
Okay.
We're gonna give you 45 seconds
Got it.
on the clock.
Shit. How many questions is it?
5
Steve?
questions.
Okay, 5.
Yeah.
Steve.
5, Steve. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Steve.
Question and timer doesn't start until I'm done reading the first question. First question says, "Tell me a reason your car might be getting towed."
Ticket. Or parking illegally somewhere. You didn't pay your car tickets.
Name something gross a person might say they found in their food just so they can sue the company.
Cockroach.
Name a reason you might switch doctors.
They're not good.
Name something dog lovers would rather do with a dog than with a person.
Walk. Back. Watch TV.
No.
Because it's also not here.
Oh, well that's fine, right?
Oh, say another one. Say another one.
That was on me. That was on me. I'm not gonna lie. That was on me. I know. And then that was on me. So this is the freebie, the last one.
Okay,
right?
I'll try to answer fast.
This is like Miss Universe all over again.
I know. dude.
Colombia. And then it was.
Are you going to let me finish the dog one? The dog one?
Yeah. Give it another shot.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Eat. I don't know.
Okay.
Name something people know about polar bears.
They're white.
Perfect.
Damn, bravo. Good work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, most of that my fault.
Once again, I fucked up.
All right, so first question was, tell me a reason your car might be getting towed. And you said unpaid ticket.
Yeah.
That's the number 4 answer, and that's worth 10 points.
And what did Natalia
Yeah,
say?
can I know what Natalia said?
Parking.
Yes, parking illegally.
Parking.
Yeah, that was the number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just, yeah. What's the number 1 answer?
Number 1 was broke down. Yeah, it was broken down.
We don't live in the Midwest, okay? So that doesn't happen to us.
Number 2, you said name something gross a person might say they found in their food just so they can sue the company. You said
Cockroach.
cockroach. That was the number 1. That was with 29 points.
Nice.
There it is. And then Natalia said hair. That was worth 11. That was number 4.
A lamb.
Hair's good. I didn't even think of that.
Next one was name a reason you might switch doctors. You said
They're not good.
Yeah.
you said they're not good, and that was number 2.
Oh,
that was worth 21 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
What Natalia said.
What?
What did she
I
say?
said expenses.
Expensive.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
that was it worth 7 points? Oh,
yeah.
No, you're good. Next one was name something dog
What
lovers.
was the number 1 answer?
Bedside manner.
What does that mean?
Like they're just not nice.
Bedside.
Oh, they're
manner?
not.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. No, it's like when they're not like empathetic.
Oh, they're not
Interesting.
nice.
I've never heard that
Yeah.
before.
I was about to say that too.
I
It's
do.
weird
I
'cause
always
they're
have that
big.
issue, dude. Yeah, I'm like, I go and I'm like, hey, what's this lump?
I guess
Like,
you're
fat, dude. I'm like, damn, bro.
All right.
I'm sorry to hear that, Steve.
Oh, that's right. Name something dog lovers would rather do with a dog than with a person. And you said
Eat.
eat. And that was the number 8 answer.
Really?
Bro, at least
Four.
an answer.
Oh, hey, points.
What
What
were
did
the other
Natalia
ones? I'm
say?
curious.
Natalia said go for a walk.
That was
That was the number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. 151.
151.
49 points.
You need 49 points to get 200.
Okay, so name something people know about polar bears.
He said
The number 4 answer was endangered. The number,
Which is what she said.
Yeah,
She
which
said
was 4
endangered.
points. The number 3 answer was dangerous. Number 8. Number 3 for 8 points. The number 2 answer was live in cold climate, which was worth 24 points. The number 1 answer was white.
4? You
For
got
58
it.
points.
You did it. I honestly had no hope.
We were done. Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations. Un
that was
aplauso,
really
por
fun.
favor, todos de aquí.
Yeah, un aplauso.
Actually, that was kind of like a dream come true. I feel like I've always wanted to do it, like be all family feud.
That'd be
It
tight.
is, yeah. Oh my God. One day we're going to be in Family Feud.
I feel like I'd say the wrong thing. Like, Steve would ask me something and then just roast the shit. I'll be like, I'm scared I'll become a meme. You know? Just answer the wrong. You know?
Yeah, that's it. All the iconic answers that we mentioned were all wrong.
Yeah.
All the iconic answers we talked about today were all wrong.
Yeah, and we remember
right.
them.
Oh, man.
So don't be afraid to fail.
So,
That's right. Yay,
you
congratulations.
guys, yeah. Dude,
Nice.
that was honestly like best case scenario. Best case scenario
It was.
is that right
It
there. That
was.
was clutch.
Nice.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah. Again,
Yeah.
congrats, you guys.
Thank
Like
you,
I
thank
said, the reward is us. We're going to stay here for another week.
Thank you.
So I hope you
Yeah.
guys don't mind. No, but that was fun. That was fun.
I'll take her bed. I'll take Natalia's bed. Thank you.
Wait, but where's Natalia gonna
Yeah,
sleep?
but where are you gonna sleep?
Well, that's her problem.
So,
Sleep
my
standing up.
friends, now I want to keep this an open space for us to talk about some movie review, a movie review. So I know you guys do that often
Yeah.
with your guys' podcast.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool because you guys go into like depth and like a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't even catch that. So I want to do that with a movie that is relating to like Brotherhood / Sisterhood because I think that's something that's so critical in my life.
Yeah.
In my life,
It's so
too.
personal to me, you know, like Brotherhood, Sisterhood. Because I remember when I was in high school, I started meeting people who were like telling me stuff like, "Oh, you know, my sister or my brother, yeah, they're older. We aren't really that close." Or like, "Oh, yeah, you know, my siblings, like, they're here and there. I barely see them or something."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I'm so tight with my sisters. So there's a movie that came out
We
on
went to high school together. I was a
Yeah.
senior when he
Yeah.
was a
freshman.
Yeah.
A freshman. A freshie.
Work.
Yeah, that's right. Before I became Steve with his mustache. And so a lot of people were tripped out with our like brother and sister
Relationship.
bond.
That we got along.
Dynamic,
And we would hear often like, oh my gosh, so you guys have such a nice relationship. And to us, it just wasn't even like nice. It's just our relationship. You know, like there's not even like a label for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, this movie is available on Hulu for everyone who wants to go ahead and check it out.
Yeah.
It just came out not too long ago. It's called The Quiz Lady.
Yeah. And if you don't have Hulu, let us know. I'll give you Joanna's free account.
That's right. Yeah.
Subscribe
We'll
to the
give her
Patreon
account,
for
yeah.
the-
Yeah. So, did you guys have a chance to watch Quiz Lady?
We did.
Of course we
What?
did.
Yeah. What did you guys think? With all that experience that we've been talking about with you guys, what do you think?
I thought it was really sweet. The first thing I did notice was like, because I went into it completely blind,
Yeah.
only
Same.
knowing that the actresses that were in
Yeah.
it. I didn't know anything about the story, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that the first thing, or the whole time while I was watching it, I was just thinking about the sisterhood relationship and the portrayal and how different they are, how like contrasting they are, despite being
Yeah.
raised in the same environment.
That's true.
They were very polar opposites, and it was very much like a good depiction of a younger sibling constantly paying attention to her surroundings, or like the things that the older sibling would get themselves into, and then like learning from that and also internalizing that. And the way that the character did that in this movie was through a lot of anxiety. Like she just developed a bunch of anxiety because of it.
Yeah, and drugs did not help her.
Yeah, drugs
made it worse.
So that was, it just reminded me a lot of like my experiences too, was just like watching a lot of my older sisters and the things that sometimes they would get themselves into, and just being like, oh shit, and like learning a lesson through them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry you guys had to go through that, but like, but now I was able to like learn through that and still kind of feel really anxious at times too, because I'm like, well, I know that could happen and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do everything in my power to not do that.
Yeah.
But that was how I saw the depiction of siblings and like,
For sure.
relationships.
Yeah.
What about you, Anna? What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought that the ending was really sweet. I feel like the ending is where the movie really comes together, and like everything that you learn in the beginning, the middle, really pays off at the end. I think the ending was really sweet. I wasn't expecting Will Ferrell to be in this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I feel like his roles are usually. First of all, you guys, I love. Okay.
Cheeto loves with.
Wait, hold on. Before you say, I saw that this fool was in like the Epstein flight list.
Oh,
So
was he?
before we even say that, yeah, I know, isn't that weird?
Really?
I don't know though, right? But it's like rumored.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? This is
Right. Not facts. Don't come for us.
All right. But his roles in a lot of movies, I absolutely love his roles. But I know they're really like they're like silly, stupid, humored roles that I genuinely enjoy. So seeing him play that character, I felt like I was expecting his usual typical roles, right? But this gave me kind of like, did you guys get a chance to see Barbie?
Yeah.
It kind of gave me
I haven't seen
that
it.
same very like peppy, minus
just
like
sweet,
just a sweet guy, genuine down to earth person.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting that from Will Ferrell at all.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
It was nice. I think like you're right. Like the whole time you're kind of waiting for him to do something either like
stupid.
evil or wacky or
Yeah.
flip the switch. And he's just that same guy throughout the whole thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, good for you.
That's
true.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome.
And you know what I'm thinking about right now? For our audience listening, if you haven't had a chance,
Yeah, let's
to see
explain.
Quiz Lady, let's explain what the movie's about. First of all, it's with Rocky Balboa. Just kidding.
Oh, that's right. And George Clooney.
Spoiler alert.
Well, yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert.
And
Yeah.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. There you go.
So pretty much this film is, first of all, you guys, my bad before I even get into it. I love seeing films that aren't like white people
White
always
centric.
casted.
Is that
Yeah.
the word white centric? No.
Nothing.
Where white people are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're about like white people culture.
There's nothing wrong with that.
wrong
'Cause I
with
think
that.
there's so many great movies
Yeah.
where it is that, and it's a lot of movies that we felt like maybe we grew up and loved, right?
It's almost all of them.
But
Yeah. We're trying to be PC show.
I know,
It's
bro.
almost all of them.
but
true.
I just feel like
No,
when
it's 100% true.
I just feel like when it's not white people like centered around it, there's like a whole new category of humor and jokes.
Yeah.
And this is why I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
But pretty much the movie is
It's with Aquafina.
Aquafina.
And Sandra Oh, so it's very Asian based movie. So
Yeah.
I'm not Asian, unfortunately, but it must be really nice for someone who lived a similar life like those two sisters that they can relate to that. I thought that was cool. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so pretty much the whole story in a nutshell is two sisters who grew up with some sort of struggle. They're older and it's like, in their current lifetime, both of them are complete opposites, right? One is like a workaholic almost, very routine lifestyle. Other sister is very like chaotic. How would you guys even describe her? She's more she's like a wild card. Free spirited.
Yeah.
And so due to circumstances caused by their like super even wilder card of a mother, they
gambling.
Gambling. Yeah. They found themselves in a situation where they have to collect a certain amount of money to pay off the mom's debt. And one of the ways that they were able to try the wild card of a sister, one of the ways that she felt like they could get the money fast and easy was by going onto a game show. And I don't know, was there a name to the game show? I forgot.
can't stop the quiz or something like that.
I don't remember, but it's very Jeopardy inspired.
Right.
Kind of know it all, but
Trivia.
Very much random trivia.
Yeah.
And then one of the reasons why they need the money. First of all, the mom's like somewhere in Cabo living her best life because she could care less. But they kidnapped her puppy. Remember, Mr. Linguini? They kidnapped her dog. So she's like, I need to get this money to let out, I don't know, poopers or scoopers, whatever his name was.
Mr. Linguini.
Linguini.
Super off, dude.
Oh.
Linguini, dude. Pooper, scooper, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I would turn that dog into like dog protective services if someone called it that.
For real.
Booper scooper.
I'm gonna have a kid in the toilet.
That's right. They kidnapped her dog Linguini, so they need like $50,000. So they're like, how can we get this money fast? So this girl, the more serious girl, she's been watching this game show since she was like a little girl.
Yeah.
So she became famous online because she was watching it and got every single answer correctly.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about it. So she went to this game and that's how she wanted to get some money. But the adventures in between.
And I'm sure you guys can probably explain this so much better than we can, right? But this is for our audience, right? So they can know exactly what we're talking about.
Is stupid. So
we're all losing a couple brain cells today.
If it's one thing I suck at is like explaining the plot to a movie. I go on like 5 different side tangents. I'm like, and their shoes were red.
That's right.
To the point. I think
How
did a
about you
good
guys
job.
rate our explanation? What would you guys give our explanation of the movie so far?
I think it's pretty good.
I think it was like everything you could
One
find
to
in a
five.
trailer.
1 to 5.
Yeah.
1 to
Negative
5.
What would you say?
I said it was kind of like everything that you could find in a trailer.
Yeah.
Like
That's
what you
We
would
are
see in the
we're trailer trash.
Would you guys mind if I put you guys down my recommendations for a work resume?
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll answer that call.
Right.
Yeah, I know Cheeto.
Oh, it's a networking event all of a sudden.
That's right, yeah. No, yeah, so that's pretty much what the movie is based on, right?
Yeah.
But I would say overall the whole picture is surrounding sisterhood. Brotherhood.
Yeah.
But I want to include that too. And so one part that something I really want to talk about is I want to know whether or not you guys like, do you guys prefer like happy endings, sad endings, like tragic endings? What's your, like, this is like the kind of endings of a movie that you're like, yes, work. This is everything you gave me. I wanted it and all.
I don't know. It's hard because I feel like as people who write also, it's hard. I feel like there's only a certain, like there's not that many options of how to end your story. You can either be happy, sad, or tragic, or because it has to be satisfying in some way.
Yeah.
Me personally, when I'm watching something, I love a happy ending because who doesn't want to see these characters be happy? Who doesn't want to see these characters who, well, first of all, I guess if they're bad characters, we do want a bad ending, but like if they're good characters, you want them to have a good ending.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there is, when writing, there's like some art and some skill into making it not so much of a happy ending. But again, like different movies are different movies. So it really depends.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it completely depends on the genre of the movie. So like comedies, I love a good happy endings. I feel like in general, I like a happy ending. I like when things get resolved and the characters win. And because the whole point of a movie is to make them struggle to reach the goal. Like that's the structure of writing, is just like at every point, something gets in their way. Something gets in there. An obstacle gets in their way.
Yeah.
So the whole...
The police, the IRS. Like there's something.
The Long Beach police.
Yes. Something's getting in your way.
Something gets in their way. So to have an ending that's rewarding, that's kind of what you want. So I like happy endings. For comedies, happy endings is always very sweet.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a concept of like a test audience before you release your movie to like the main audience, is like you test it with a smaller group, and sometimes their reviews would be so intense that you have to go and reshoot the ending because they don't like the ending. Like that happened to Get Out.
Get Out.
Really? It wasn't supposed to end like that.
It was supposed to end like really tragic.
It was supposed to end really tragic. Like the character
people didn't like
didn't.
that?
didn't win, and the audience hated that. So they were like, they went and
Put the
reshot the
friend
ending.
in.
You know, I'm gonna be controversial here, you guys. I genuinely enjoy endings when the hero doesn't win.
I
enjoy that.
I feel
Because
like
he's a piece of shit. That's why. Are there any movies where like the hero goes through so much and just as they're about to win, they don't? They either die, they just can't finish.
I feel like the only one that comes to mind, first one too, because I'm not thinking about it, is Man of Steel. I think like the original
Superman one?
Yeah, the Superman one, but
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's
Doesn't Batman end like that too? The one with the Joker?
I think this dude straight up dies. I think.
Sick.
That's it?
Wow, spoiler.
Yeah.
But does he die
As a hero?
as like for something greater than himself? Because then that's a different ending. Because if you just kill them, then you're just gonna waste your audience's time. Like, why the hell did I sit
yeah,
through
because
that?
your audience gets really invested in your characters, and it's like you want to like make sure that they also feel like their time invested in the characters that you write get paid off. Yeah, you don't want to piss off the audience.
Didn't get out. Yeah, they didn't get out.
That's interesting.
Isn't that what happened with Batman and the Joker when the Joker was Heath Ledger? Nobody won. Isn't that how that was? Like nobody.
Oh,
won?
that wasn't the ending.
No, I don't remember.
Well, that's a whole different.
That's just me being
But
stupid.
I think that might also be like if nothing happens, it needs to serve a purpose. And I think with the Dark Knight, with the Joker and Batman, like the whole thing is that they need each other to exist.
Yeah.
So
you're right. You're
that's
absolutely
the
correct.
ending,
Yes.
and
This is why
that's
we
a
keep you around.
satisfying ending.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are smart.
Were
yes.
you gonna mention one of the?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a movie.
Yeah.
You were saying how it's like the hero and you want them to do good,
Mhm.
and something happens in the end, like right as the movie
I
ends,
see.
that it just doesn't reach that. Have you guys ever seen any Korean movies?
I've only seen
No.
Parasite.
Parasite? Okay,
Yeah.
well there's this movie. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there, but it's called Train to Busan.
Never mind, I have seen
Oh,
this
I
one.
have seen that. Yeah.
It killed me.
Yeah.
That like shattered my heart.
I've never seen it.
We saw it, and I think I must have blacked out at the end because I don't remember the end. What happened at the end?
And I feel like in a story like that too, like part of it is you wanna give that audience that sense of like this is like real life. This is what actually happened. And sometimes in real life, it just ends.
It do be like, it
but
do be
that's
like
part
that in
of
real
the
life.
the
How
story.
there's people who genuinely do good y no les va bien. And there's people who do absolutely shit and are living marvelous lives they don't deserve.
Yeah.
So it's just, life, unfortunately. Do I have to be a bad person to live a good life? Because I will. I'll do it. I will destroy Christmas.
Gladly will.
I would destroy Christmas.
No, why are you over here sounding like Mojo Jojo? Like you're plotting over here, ruin everybody's Christmas. Come on, girl, get a grip. This is little brownies.
You know how they say kindness is free?
Mm-hmm.
How much to be an asshole? That's what I would like to know. What's the price
I'll pay the
limit?
fee. I'll pay it. I gotta put some extra hours in, but it's worth it. One of the criticisms that I do have about the movie is that everything seems so easy.
Okay.
In like the way that things get resolved or that things happen to them or like that video going viral overnight, like that's not as realistic.
Right.
Sometimes I felt like it was stuff that the characters themselves weren't pushing the story forward. It was like stuff that was happening to them.
Like external factors.
Yeah.
They were just chilling.
Yeah.
They really just were chilling.
I saw that too, and then I felt like it was because the movie was about something else besides paying off the mom's debt.
I see.
Those were the stakes, paying off the mom's debt and Mr. Linguini and all of that. But
Shout out.
Shout out to Linguini.
Shout out to Linguini.
He deserves the recognition. He worked hard.
But the movie itself is about like the relationship between the two estranged sisters, and how they have so many things that they need to overcome about themselves. Like the only people holding them back or getting in the way literally was themselves. So
I
it was
see.
like,
but I don't understand why you would go through all of that.
it's a comedy. Like that's why.
I
That's
see.
honestly
I
why,
guess.
because it's a comedy.
I guess the joke just didn't land. I was just like, I'm just sitting here.
The joke's on you. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So okay, then that makes me wonder: is it hard for you guys to like enjoy movies?
Yeah.
That's a
Honestly,
great
I
question.
hate watching movies.
Really? Okay.
Well, like, in the beginning, you're like, oh, I already know how it's gonna end.
It's just because I'm just thinking about how the light falls on their face, and I'm thinking about what the crew looks like behind the camera, and I'm thinking about the color palette.
That's so weird because
I'm thinking about so many things that it just takes me out of the story completely.
that's so crazy because I don't even think about that. I literally, when I watch a movie,
this girl barely thinks. Period.
yeah, period. So when I watch a movie, I'm just literally like,
Mija,
that's all I'm focused on.
Mija, that's okay. We don't expect much from you, okay? Just, hey.
But I also
Thank you.
feel
I
like
feel seen.
that's just the nature of Natalia and I feel like every time we watch something, we're just like, what can we learn from this?
Yeah,
What are
we're
they
studying
yeah,
it like at all times.
and of course, sometimes you do have fun, but sometimes you're just like,
Yeah.
let me.
Yeah, it's really hard to turn that brain off. I think that of just
So base, what movie that you guys saw that you thought was overall perfection for you? I know that's such a hard question. Well, how about that? How in terms of cinematography, which one that
Because
you
I feel
really
like
thought?
cinematography and story are two different things. I guess just the way that it looks, something that was like very
Yeah,
beautiful.
because the story could suck balls.
Moonlight.
Moonlight was
The
really
movie
great.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
Moonlight. The one with the
that's-
little with the little black kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
That-
was
I mean,
really
that
good.
was just pretty
That was just
good
really great overall.
Really?
Story, character.
Cinematography.
Oh, we
you know,
gotta check it
okay,
out.
I'm just remembering something. Have you guys seen or heard of a show called Snowfall?
Yes.
It was on FX.
Yeah.
That reminded me. I remember I was at the mall and I was down bad and I needed some money and real quick. I'm not gonna say what I did, right? No, but they were offering like surveys, and one of the things for like $40 was watch a pilot episode of Snowfall, and then as you're watching it, they had like a little lever to rate
Yeah.
each scene and comment on it. And so I did one of those and I was just remembering right now. I just thought of that experience when you said that about the whole Get Out and all that stuff. I don't know why I just remembered right now, but I wondered. You know what I did say? I said I want to see more naked people because there were a bunch of naked people. I was like, let's put more naked people.
Word.
Cheeto.
The first episode of what is it?
Of Snowfall.
Of Snowfall has all these
Yeah.
ass and titties. Just
That's right. You know who to thank now. Blast those comments up, guys.
That's right.
nothing
That's
else.
Yeah.
interesting. In terms of storyline, I know these are tough questions. I'm just throwing at you guys.
I don't know.
Which storyline did you really enjoy
Recently,
recently? Yeah.
I rewatched. This is gonna be so silly. Like this is gonna be so silly. But I rewatched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I had a
The one with,
blast
Johnny Depp?
With Johnny Depp.
Okay.
I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, oh my! I was having so much fun, just like watching it. Side tangent, I was a little high.
I was gonna say, were there any substances involved when watching it?
But I've never been that excited watching a movie. I think I hadn't watched it in a really long time. And I was just like, the whole time, I was like, these characters, amazing. These actors,
fuck Grandpa Joe, though.
amazing.
Fuck Grandpa
The
Joe.
lighting, great.
Like, I was just like, because
Yeah.
it was like an adaptation of the original one. I was like, this is so good. And I was just having
So
a
unique
blast.
too.
Yeah, and shout out to Johnny Depp's bowl cut. That really,
Yeah, his
that really
fucking Bob.
took the show.
Yeah.
But I feel like we do also enjoy other movies. Like I feel like one of the things that me and Natalia try to do is like not be like, oh, we only consume cinema or whatever. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, no, fuck that.
we consume all types of movies, and there's other movies that we enjoy. But
Trolls World Tour.
yeah,
Trolls World Tour.
That one
Here
was good.
for the people in the back. Trolls
World Tour.
Fuck
That must
That's
have been
cinema.
sick. The music in there must have been great.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Amazing, incredible.
it's just when you have like structures in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like because every time I say or that that I was a film major and people ask me like, oh, what's your favorite movie? Or like also being around people who are film majors who sometimes are what some people know as a film bro, which is like watching only those cinema movies and like
like,
perfect.
like a finance bro.
Yeah, but
it's
like
a
for
film,
movies,
bro.
for movies.
Yeah.
Like a douchey dude. Yeah.
And
I
so
got you,
people
dude.
expect me to have like that taste of movies, and they're like, "What's your favorite movie?" And I'm like, "Flushed Away."
Trolls World Tour.
DreamWorks, just every DreamWorks movie, because I'm just like,
That's so nice.
Because
That's very humble of you guys.
Yeah.
That is. That you guys are willing to, watch things that are so have won awards and they're like such great films, but also Trolls World Tour, man. Like that's great. We need to watch that one. Yeah.
Because there's like different types of movies, and I'm not expecting all of them to be drama masterpieces or whatever. Like, and they all have their own style. So I'm like, of
and
course,
they all
I'm
have
not
their
all
own
gonna.
purpose.
Yeah,
not
that's
every single
true.
one's gonna change my life. The ones I do, I love and I latch onto.
Yeah.
But the ones that make me feel good, I also latch onto.
Trolls World Tour, it's just a good time.
Yeah, dude.
It's just a good time.
I mean, like this one, I felt great at the end. I was like, I was so happy for them, and I was just like, So
Shout out to them.
shout out to them.
So, would you guys be able to like narrow down a favorite genre, or because of your guys' like experience with film and all of that, is it just like, nah, it just depends on my mood, no favorite, it's what comes to mind?
That's a good question. Yeah.
I feel like my favorite to consume would probably be different than like my favorite to write or create.
Okay.
I think my favorite to write or create is coming of age movies, because I think a lot of my work does focus on Latino people and queer people, and there's not a lot of like coming of age movies.
Could you give us a couple for example?
Like when you think of coming of age, you think of maybe like Lady Bird, or like where she's like literally like a teenager, or like Real Women Have Curves and stuff like that. Like Booksmart, like that kind of age of just like becoming, from teenager to young adult. And so that's kind of like what I do in my work, of just like exploring young adulthood with
Like Disney ones too, or
Disney. What do you mean?
like Disney
Like
Channel original
Moana?
movies.
One
Is
went
that
from a
coming of
baby
age?
to a
I feel like some can be.
So like a waterbender to
Well, actually, maybe I'm not.
I feel like
Scratch that.
maybe Disney.
Scratch.
we went on a whole different. You said Disney and we delivered. We didn't deliver correctly, but we delivered.
So you said that's your favorite to consume.
That's my favorite to like write.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
that kind of.
Gotcha. What about to watch?
To watch, I love a good thriller. I love to be on the edge of my seat.
You have any favorites with
Prisoners? I think is my
Prisoners.
favorite thriller.
Prisoner of Azkaban? Yeah.
Of course.
I think Prisoners, which is another one that had a really frustrated ending, but it was so memorable. So I love that ending. But yeah, Prisoners is really good.
Alan, what
What
about
about
you?
you?
I also just like a little bit of everything. Like really appreciating everything for what it is.
Yeah.
Like recently, because of my girlfriend getting into romantic comedies, which is something I never really had gotten into, and I was like, these are really good. Like they're they are very sweet. But let's see. I think some that I like just maybe want to like write more and like kind of explore more, and the ones that really keep me thinking are, and this is not really a genre, but just like movies or shows with like really strong characters that are really thought out, and it's like it's a real person, and I feel like there's a lot of psychology that goes behind that, and the way that they make decisions and stuff like that. So stories where you can get into someone's head. I like character driven pieces, and like that's my stuff, because it just keeps me thinking about this person. Like, they did this. Like everything is so calculated by the person who's writing it, and I'm like, it's insane how they can do stuff like that.
And that's how you get shows. I mean, I haven't watched this one, but we were talking about it earlier. But like The Bear, where it's like the world is literally just so
I
common.
love that show
The
so
world
much.
is
That's the one I was thinking of right now. Yeah, my brother, shout out.
Yeah, but
Shout
he was
out.
talking about like the characters are so strong that like it doesn't matter that they're in this like quote
Shitty
unquote
situation.
like boring world. Like they're just in the kitchen, like so what? But these characters are really
the kitchen
interesting.
Is hard.
The kitchen is.
is
You
not
should
a
watch
boring
it.
world.
But
You know, I feel like in a different perspective, it's so amazing to me that like the characters that we see on like film or TV shows and all of that, it's just so easy to watch it and have this actor or actress perform whatever that character is, right?
yeah,
But the idea behind someone writing this, someone has to like dig deep to a person
yeah.
someone has to literally like draw a person up from scratch. This person has a life. This is their backstory. You know, like it's you're creating a whole person. An actor like is, but like the idea.
But the actor already has a guideline of where to go.
Right. So the idea of that, to me, it blows my mind, especially with like psychological movies where you're like tripping out on like this character or something, and you're like, dude, like someone wrote this character.
And like that's part of the writing process is like literally writing stuff about this character that people are never going to see, but that you, or like also as a director working with your actors, is being like, this is their backstory, this is what they have, play it, this is what happened to this character, to have that all the back in your head while the actor's like actually acting.
That's, I never really thought of, again, I just watch a movie to zone out. I watch a movie, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big movie person. Don't come for me, I'm not a big movie person.
I was like, what? There a mosquito?
Even TV shows, I like TV shows. I like trash TV.
Love it. TLC.
Jersey Shore,
90 Day Fiance.
90 Day
My girlfriend
Fiance,
likes
1,000 Pound Sisters. Like that's what I live for. Yeah.
You don't know what it's like
to be my size, Tammy.
I swear we say that like
at least twice a day. At least twice a day. So I like watching a lot of TV and a lot of TV shows. But I kind of want to, I don't know how we're doing on time, but I kind of want to slightly conclude on another important topic about, TV shows and movies. Who was your guys' very first TV crush?
Qué rico, ya me lo estoy saboreando.
Crush.
TV or movie, it doesn't matter. I remember this when I was little. I loved watching the Powerpuff Girls. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yes. Love. And it was not Mojo Jojo. It was the fucking professor, dude. I'm like, damn, this fucking guy made something from nothing. I'm like, he has a house? Yeah. I was like, this motherfucker got a house and a car? I was like, I'm sold. So I remember I crushed on the professor for a long time.
Nice.
Something
you should definitely bring up to your therapist.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm really happy that we're in the privacy and no one's going to hear this.
Or see this.
Yeah, so that
What's that in your hand?
Yeah. It's a tattoo of the professor. It's a tattoo of the professor. So, who are your guys'? Movie and TV.
Cartoon, because I was thinking Dance.
Damn, that's right. And then he had those nice green eyes, huh? Yeah, and my man can like go through all the hair, the muscles.
Why you guys think? Let me say mine too.
Yeah.
Growing
apparently, I guess we kind of had it.
I had it already in mind.
I didn't realize that.
Growing up, mine's not a cartoon character. Growing up, I not only, I don't know, see, it was almost this disparity of not just, I don't know if it's a crush or I just wanted to be this person so bad. But when I watched High School Musical, I fainted every time I saw Zac Efron. Oh my goodness, dude.
He still does. He still does.
Look, this is something not a lot of people know.
with his hair.
Dude, are you kidding me? That's prime time for me, man. Zac Efron, High School Musical. Not a lot of people know this.
High School Musical 1, 2, or 3 are the movie.
Those are the best 3 cinematic films created. Shout out to the choreographer / director, Kenny Ortega. I absolutely shout out.
That's right, it's your uncle.
The Ortegas. No, but oh my goodness. Something about those dreamy blue eyes that I just...
That swappy hair.
I just wished I could climb in his mouth and be him, dude. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, I love High School Musical in case you guys didn't know.
I guess what I would have to say is I feel like there was a lot of white people on TV and I don't think that's really my type. So I feel like I've never really had a crush. But I guess I always thought Vanessa Hudgens was cute, but I never really watched High School Musical, so I don't know if that's it, but maybe. But
let's get to it.
I don't know. There's a lot
Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it.
A lot of white people on TV, and I was like, I'm not really It's not really my type.
I guess the first two that came to mind was, have you guys seen Atlantis, The Last Empire?
Oh my
it's
dude.
a cartoon show.
I know who you're talking about. This one has mentioned that to me.
I feel like the princess, but also the engineer girl. Her name was Audrey Ramirez because she was Latina. I was like, Latina
with the round glasses?
No, the one with the hat.
Okay.
We haven't seen that movie in a long time. I think
It's
Jesse
really
and I.
funny.
I've never
rewatched it
seen it.
recently. I was
I
like, this
know.
is hilarious. But anyway, so her or Miss Honey from Matilda.
Miss Honey. Oh,
Honey.
that's
I was
very wholesome.
obsessed with
I didn't watch that until like a couple months ago.
I was obsessed with Matilda. So, like I would rewatch it over and over and over and over again. It was for Miss Honey.
Miss Honey.
Remember our sister was FaceTiming us from prison like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
and she had a sweatshirt that was a gray color. I'm like, why you look like the principal from Matilda?
Oh yeah, she was. Cause she has a Peloton, and so she was on the
In
bike.
prison.
Yeah, in prison. And so she was working out, and so she had like a whole ass gray tracksuit. And we're like, girl,
so
you're giving us. I don't even know that
Miss
principal's name.
Trunchbull.
Yeah, dude, giving us that from head to toe. I'm like, yes, bitch. But
Nice.
Funny.
yeah. Okay, guys.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, never mind. I don't need to embarrass myself anymore.
Anyone? Well, yeah, I don't know how we're doing on time as well,
no
but
clue.
I think,
Like 2 hours.
yeah,
Oopsies.
I know you guys.
Oh, no.
So we'll go ahead and conclude our episode here.
Yeah.
Again, I want to give you guys a huge thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not
for
just
joining.
for
Thank you
being
for
part
having
of
us.
this episode, but allowing us to be part of your guys' episode.
Yeah.
We had a lot
Anytime.
of fun, and we didn't bring a rosca, but let's just pretend we, you know,
Right here, la rosca right here.
let's just pretend, yeah, rosca right here. Let's just pretend one of you guys got a piece con el bebé. A huevo, we have to see each other again.
That's right.
But, yeah,
No,
so
no.
go ahead. You
Yeah.
guys can go ahead and share your at, so we know where the people can find you.
Yeah.
Well, you can find us at HandMeDown Podcast on any podcast platform or on YouTube or on the social medias on Instagram and TikTok. It's all the same, at HandMeDown Pod.
Yes, we'll also put it right
Right
here.
here.
Right here.
And that's likewise for us as well, guys. You guys can find us on Instagram, on TikTok, any social media platform you can find us. Even if we're not there, just try. Just try. Maybe,
try.
yeah, you know, that's going to be at Los Brownies. So again, you guys, shout out to you guys. Thank you for everything. Y con esa nos despedimos. Thank you, guys.
Hasta luego. Bye-bye.